talk about prayer, we talk about chanting, and we talk about any of these things that we do on the spiritual level, we're not necessarily praying to anybody except for ourselves, because it is you that only exists. Even what you perceive as God is only an extension. That's all it is. Think about when you were a child. Whatever your perception of what whatever God was based on you as a child. Then once you grew, and once you became older, and once you became more aware, your understanding of what God is expanded. But again, it was only the projection of who you are. So even in this now space, when we talk about God, it is only the projection of who you are. And even in any entity, not even just with God, when we talk about the devil also, when you see the devil, it's just your projection. Because there's nothing in this realm that is not you. Again, everything you look at, everything that you see, only you exist. There's only you. So when we talk about God and we talk about the devil, all these particular things, we're just talking about internal aspects of who we are, projected in a particular way. So again, when we are praying, we're simply praying to ourselves. And when you're praying, all you're doing is clearing the energy to receive what's already there. It's just like if I go and put this crystal over there behind the grass, high grass. The crystal is already behind the high grass. All you have to do now is clear the way to go and find this crystal. That's all you're doing. So when you're praying in the same sense, you're only clearing the energy to receive what's already there for you. When you do the chanting, when you do the rituals, or whatever it is that you choose to do, you're only clearing the energy to receive what's already there for you. So again, you're only praying to yourself. And asking the question of should we pray? Sure, why not? It's a tool. And that's the thing too. That's very that we have to understand. It's very key that all these things that we utilize are just simple tools. All this is tools. Drum is my tool. My rattle is my tool. Song, prayers, it's just tools. Chanting, it's a tool. It becomes religion when we become reliable on these tools. If we don't understand that they're simply tools, and we use them from a one-dimensional frequency, it becomes interdimensional. We can utilize our tools from multiple aspects, multi-dimensional frequencies. That's when it becomes a spiritual tool. For example, my rattle. My rattle is a tool, but it's not a tool just for me to sing. It's a tool for me to clear energy. A tool for me to remain alive. Even when I'm walking out in nature, I can use this rattle because the animals hear this rattle. They know that something is around. When I'm walking in nature, another human hears this rattle and knows that something is around. So again, we have to everything that we utilize, we have to see it from a multi-dimensional aspect. Because when we don't, it becomes a form of religion, and then we start judging people on it. We start making it, if you don't using this, then you ain't doing it right. Right. It has nothing to do with that. One thing it has to do with is how are you using this tool? How I use my altar it could be possibly different from how someone else uses their altar. When I use my drum is not just simply for music. My drum is also a tool to utilize for grounding, for centering. This drum tool, is a drum beat, should I say? Drum beat is the same as the heart. Drum beat is the heart. When this drum was created, they created it from the vibration of the heart. And in the same way, the drum beat, for example, a ocean wave, or the sound wave of the drum, just like the ocean wave, guides you back within. That's what the purpose of this drum is. It has multiple purposes. Again, we have to be able to use and see all of our tools from multiple aspects. If we do not see it from multiple aspects, that's when it becomes a form of religion. That's when we lower it or condense it down into a one-dimensional frequency. Everything that we use, we have to be able to see it from a multi-dimensional frequency. And that's when it becomes magic. That's when you are able to have multiple avenues for yourself. That's the key to this thing. We have to be able to open up and you have multiple avenues for ourselves. Again, that's magic. That's the magic. Okay, at this time, I would like to, if there are any particular questions, if there are any particular things that are going on in anyone's life that they may be wanting to receive any type of clarity on, please feel free to ask. Please feel free to speak. There is no question. There is nothing that can be said here that is not right. We are in this space now, so be free.
I did want to mention when we were talking about the mother going to get her abandoned children. 2 months ago, I had did the ceremonies for myself. My birth name is Romara, but I changed my name. I never liked my birth name, and I equated that to not liking myself. I never did like myself because I never fit in, and I wanted friends. I didn't want to be odd, and I just was. So I hated myself for decades. I went to the dollar store and got a black star balloon, and I wrote out this sigil about healing my in vitro self, my embryonic self, my newborn self, my infant, toddler, child, preteen, teen, adult self. So I had 9 people in Romara to heal. And I did a sigil for it, and I lit a candle, a black candle. Matter of fact, a black vagina candle, shaped like a yoni vagina. And I took the balloon, I tapped the note on it, and it just happened to be a storm that night. And as I let the balloon go on the balcony, it got caught up in some branches. And I said, "Oh snap!" I said, "I ain't gonna worry about it," and I walked away. When I come back, the balloon was gone. Oya indeed had taken it. He had taken it to where it needed to go. So, and I said once a month, new moon, right before you see a little sliver of a crescent, that's what I do. I do a ceremony because I left myself in the dark. So now I go looking for myself in the dark to find her and to clean her off, feed her, give her water, and to nurture her, rock her to sleep, teach her what I need to teach her, and introduce her to my family. So when you said that hit right home, I was like, yeah, I'm already on.
That's powerful too. That you used that it was 9. So 9 is the number of completion.
Yeah, that's my destiny number. My life path number is 6. Yeah, and my soul number is 4. Personality 5.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
and again, that's the time we in right now.
Yep.
That's also
why
something
I came
too.
Back.
That's something also too when there's storms and wind like that, take advantage.
Yep.
I always tell people take advantage of that because again, we're talking about magic.
Right.
You can utilize all this stuff for your purposes. So for alignment, for healing, for releasing. That's when it becomes magic. So anytime there's some type of wind, like it's a gusty wind, I go out and do a prayer. Let the wind carry your prayer.
Right.
There's a storm, go out and send that energy out.
I believe that's why it shows up.
To assist us. So I mean, again, it's everything. Everything is into assistance. It's just a matter of understanding. It's just a matter of changing your perspective.
Being
understanding how to use it.
And
understanding too that there's no right or wrong way to use it.
That's right.
Again, because whenever we get into that, people do that stuff. Even those who call themselves spiritual, they do it all the time. But they want to tell people, you shouldn't do it this way. You shouldn't do it that way.
Right.
No. You should allow them to do it however they feel within themselves to do it. Because that's when it becomes the magic for them.
That's right.
How I use it and how you use it can be 2 different things.
Other people's magic ain't none of your business.
Yeah. It's your journey. My journey is my journey, your journey is your journey. Anything else? Any other questions? Anything else to talk about? Now is always the time. Now is always the time. I would also say too, because of this Cancer frequency that we're in. Maybe you want something that we can utilize. I always like to give things practical use. You may want to like draw some 69s, hang them around the house. Put them on your altar.
All my license plate.
69.
Star 694. That's my license plate.
Because again, we're not just talking about a sexual energy. We're talking about a harmonious energy. We're talking about the alignment of the yin and the yang. So because we are in this particular frequency now, that's something to utilize. Put some crabs on your altar. You remember the movie, you seen the movie, Pirates of the Caribbean?
Oh,
Calypso.
Yeah. Yes.
Calypso, the goddess. She was also known as Tia Dalma. One of the main things that she always had on her was a crab. She always had the crab. She was the goddess of the sea. Movie Pirates of the Caribbean. Some other things that we want to definitely connect with in this now time is the fire. Being that we are in the season of fire. The season of fire again is based in assisting us with renewing, assisting us with cleansing, assisting us with purging. Do a prayer. I always do a prayer about the fire and say, everything that is not aligned with me must be thrown into the fire to be removed. Everything that is not aligned with me is thrown into the fire to be renewed, to be cleansed. And once it comes out of the fire, it then becomes harmonious with me. It's in the same sense we talk about the kingdom. Same thing. Phoenix bird. Phoenix bird builds a nest high in palm trees. And then as it builds its nest, it allows the fire of the sun to burn it. After the sun burns it, it then reemerges from the nest. So the same sense. That is the power of the fire season that we need. We are throwing or casting all that which is not aligned with us into the fire. And then once it is cleansed and it purges and is renewed, it then reemerges as the phoenix. And that's the power of the fire. So do some firework. Connect with the fire. Whether it be candles. Something I do is I do a fire pot. All you gotta do is get you some alcohol, pour it in there, put you some sea salt, light it on fire. Just connect it. Candles. You can do it in a pot, you can do it in a small bowl, whatever. But connect with the fire. It does a lot of great things for us. Again, the fire element is connected to the soul. And that is the aspect of the spring and the summer. The spring is the baby fire. The summer emerges as the savior, the sun, the rising sun is the savior, the rising soul.
Spring is Aries.
It's Aries.
That's right.
That's the fire. So it rises into the heart. Rises into the heart, which they call the seat of the soul. Yeah. So that's that's the season that we're in right now. It's the rising sun. We are the season of the rising sun, which is your soul that is ascending into the heart, to the center. So again, connect with the fire. And being that we are in the season of Cancer, connect with the water. Water is always a good time. I mean, hey, the water, and it's powerful too, because we have the water now in terms of Cancer, which is ushering in the next phase, which is Leo, the fire. And it's that divine connection there, the water and the fire. Water's cleansing, the fire is cleansing. Same energy. It's just two sides of the different coin, the yin and the yang, same thing. But it's beautiful how they perceive each other. I mean, it's beautiful, it's powerful. So that's how you just align with all these elements. I mean, you take everything, take it all, and just understand how to connect with it. Again, put some water in your home, some running water. So it can represent the flowing energy, flowing energy, flowing energy. Um, your particular astrological sign, do some work with that also. Um, I like to say, even though I certainly recognize all forms, I mean all aspects of the birth chart, your sun and your moon sign, two of the most powerful signs. And again, that's not to say the other ones aren't. But those are the two most prevalent because the sun sign is just simply the external nature.
Right.
The moon sign is just simply your internal nature. Masculine and feminine. So you want to connect with them in that aspect too. You want to connect with them in that aspect too. And again, just connect with the elements of it. If we are not in another, something I talk to various people about quite often is we have to be sitting our asses in nature. Get out in nature. It is a very, very important time for us to be reconnected with nature. The cycle, the season that we're in. A few years ago, I remember one night I was outside walking, the wind was blowing kind of heavy. I wasn't afraid of anything, but I started connecting with it because it felt good, it felt powerful. And in an instant, I heard Mama say, "When you honor me, I honor you." So that's and I mean, not that I never connected with nature before then, but it just made me more aware.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, I really got to be aware. I really got to make more of an effort to be out in nature. So now it's just very natural for me. But it's very important that we connect with nature now because, again, it's an alignment. It's an alignment. It's like we're going back into which Cancer. Cancer energy. Reversing, we're back. So in the same sense, when you sit in nature, it takes you back to the natural. That's what people say. I'm going natural. You're not going natural. You remember
right,
natural.
Right.
You're natural. You're going back to it. You're not going. You're just going back to it because you came to this space.
Right.
So you're not going there. Just remembering that you are natural. Therefore, you are natural again. Whether you care or things you eat or whatever happens. So in the same sense, when you sit out in nature and connect with nature, sit with the trees or whatever have you, you're simply going back to your natural state of remembrance, which is a very high frequency. That's why again, when you sit out in nature, it raises your frequency because it is the natural frequency of who we are. When we're out in the city,